All right, what is up? I know that I'm in kind of a different outfit right now, but we're here right at the Tokyo Central over here in West Covina. And now this one, it's not really a very popular one, but it's super big. There's some more popular ones like along the coast over in like the central part of LA where I live. But inside here, they have the buffet area, kind of like a Viking style. It's basically where you like pick and choose your own foods. So it's really well known for that. We're gonna try out some of the foods here. Also make sure to stick around to the end to find out what we got as a dessert. It's a really nice, tasty surprise. All right, catch you inside. Okay, so as you can see, I just grabbed the all the food that I need, and I got like a whole plate full of stuff. I obviously had to start out with the fried rice right here. It looks super good and crispy. I see like some corn mixed into it, and obviously some eggs. And then, I don't know, maybe like some green bell peppers right here. Either way, it looks super good. So we're gonna start out with this and then just move around the plate. So let's start out with the fried rice. So as expected, yeah, it is quite crispy, and I'm going to add just a bit of this soy sauce that they gave me because the taste is a little bit bland. Okay, so I just added some of the soy sauce to it, so let's see how it is now. Much better. Definitely much better. So I think that this is actually maybe like a bit too overdone, like a bit crispy, but it's got like a bit of some burnt bits to it. But you know, all in all, pretty good, like compared to like Panda Express, for example. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good. So let's just keep moving on. I'm going to go for this potato right here. At first, I actually thought it was an egg, but then I saw these like little freckles on it, and then I realized that it was a potato. So let's just go for that. Very tender indeed. I don't know what kind of sauce it's coated in, but like when I first put it in my mouth, it was like kind of like a mellow saltiness to it. So yeah, this pork belly right here is actually also from the same bath that the potato was sitting in. So let's try that out. This one's really interesting. The fat portion of the pork actually tasted almost like tofu. Super tender as well. But then the meat portion had like a nice like a salt broth of sorts soaked into it. So that was super good as well. Let's try this karaage next. You know I had to get that.
I never know though.
It's pretty juicy. The outside, you know, I noticed that the tips of it were pretty crispy. So that was like kind of the part that I enjoyed the most. But as I'm biting into it, yeah, the chicken's got it's got a really nice taste to it. I think, you know, they definitely didn't cheap out there in the chicken. Pairs super well with the fried rice, obviously. And for those of you guys who don't know, the karaage is basically like a like Japanese fried chicken. So they take usually chicken thighs, could be other sections, but usually chicken thighs, soft parts, and then they coat it in a batter, like a specially made karaage batter with like flour, salt, pepper, etc. They fry it up. The fry on the outside forms like in a circular way, almost like bubbles. So when you bite into it, it's definitely not as crispy as say like tempura or the katsu, but that I'm going to eat later. But it's got like a really nice hard batter to it, almost like the fried chicken that you would find from the deep south. So moving along, let's try this takoyaki. So if you guys don't know what a takoyaki is, it's basically like an octopus, and they mix it with some batter and some other items, and then it's kind of like a fried good. Yeah, it's like kind of like a street food type stuff that you would normally get in Japan. Had to get one of them. It already has the sauce and I think some mayo on top, so let's try it out. They definitely got this one right. The outside is nice and crispy. It's got like a little bit of crust to it, but the inside is creamy, you know, like almost half raw, but that's the way it's supposed to be done, so it's super good. Also pairs well with the rice. You know what I say on my channel, but you have to wash it down with the rice.
Oh.
So now that we're done with those, let's just go a bit into the more big ticket items. I want to start us off with the hamburg right here. So hamburg in Japan, it's kind of like a how would I explain it? It's like a patty, like kind of like a hamburger patty, but it's just the patty itself, no bread. You usually eat it with rice, and it's coated in like a sauce that's made with like a combination of like a dark soy type sauce as well as like ketchup. They mix those as well. Overall, kind of like a blend of like Japanese and French cuisine. But then obviously you got the American aspect of it because it's got the meat patty. So let's just try this out. Immediately, right when I bit into it, like before I even tasted the meat, I felt the sauce and it was super, super thick. I think they might add like some potato starch to it or something to make it thick, but it's definitely coating the meat super well. So that was a really good point. But yeah, moving on, the meat itself, really tender. I think they added, I do taste a little bit of ginger in it. I think this is like a pork and chicken type mix. But yeah, the meat and especially the sauce for this hamburger right here is super good. Obviously, I have to wash it down with some more rice. So now that we're done with those, we're just going to keep moving in this spiral. And we're going to go to the most big ticket item right here, our piece of katsu. So for those of you guys who don't know, katsu is basically a piece of fried pork that's been battered. So it's been hammered so that it's really tenderized, and then they coat it in all the batters, and then the panko, like the breadcrumbs, fried up. It's what you have at the end is like a super crispy on the outside, flaky, but on the inside it's like a nice warm steamy piece of meat. Let's try this one out. It's super big, as you can see right here. Wow. A lot of thoughts going into this one. So as you guys heard when I bit into it, you first heard that crunch, so I got that point down. And then the inside, nice hot piece of meat, really tender as well. So they tenderized it with like the hammer. And then also the taste of the meat, it was really nice. It wasn't too oily at all. Sometimes like with the lower quality ones, like when you bite into it, your mouth kind of fills up with oil that's like oozing out of the meat. But this one, not much at all. It was definitely a lean cut of meat. Go for a double take. I don't know, the meat's got like a really nice supple flavor to it. Not too overpowering at all. Definitely a solid piece of pork right here. Okay, so this is what you guys have been waiting for. I got the fruit cake roll at the very end as our dessert. So as you can see inside, there's like some fruits in here. I think they got some strawberries, oranges, and kiwi with like some cream, and then like the sponge cake on the outside. This is a super common dessert in Japan, so let's just try it out. Okay, yeah, so it's like half frozen, but still, it's locally made. That's what's important. The cream, it's I was thinking they were going to use like the heavy cream type, but I think it's actually more of the light and fluffy variant. The sponge cake is definitely light and fluffy for sure. Let's do a double take on the fruits. Fruits are pretty good. I think what stands out in this though is the sponge cake. You can definitely tell they've been using some quality ingredients in it. It really tastes like the egg yolk, if that makes any sense inside of it. Really good, like hearty piece of sponge cake. Let's get this orange right here. I'm gonna try eating that. Yeah, the orange is definitely good. Obviously it's frozen, so I can't really tell for the texture, but the sweetness, I can still taste it even though it's frozen, so it's a good piece of orange. Yeah, this is our dessert. This was inside the deli section of Tokyo Central right here. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know your comments down below. Thank you very much.